Hello, my friends. I hope that this message is reaching you when you are in a state of wellness, peace, and happiness. I'd like to share a little bit of an update of what's going on in my life and what's coming up moving forward. It's difficult to create these kind of videos. There's something produced about it, and I try to rely on not producing, just experiencing and being open to what's happening in the here and now. And I find that mind that wants to control or influence or produce, to even create, can somehow be inauthentic. And I don't want to create anything or share anything that doesn't match up with my direct experience and my authenticity. So these kinds of videos can be a little bit difficult, even though it's so simple. Right now I am staying with one of my teachers in Jacksonville, Florida. I've been here for about a week, and it's been a wonderful time to be close to my teacher and focusing more on meditation and letting go of a lot of the things that I've been carrying around with me, things that I use to teach or that I'm used to having with me. This practice of letting go for a monk, for my monk life, is number one. And that means to let go of material possessions, clothes, objects, computer, things that I use even to do the work that I do online. And also to let go of mental formations and desires and fears that come up and aspects of my identity that come up, to be willing and ready to let go of them, to put them down, and to rely on this state of open awareness to guide my path. And yet, there still is the practical side of living. And in the vein of that practical side, I've made the decision to go back to Asia and continue my training and my practice, starting with a 20-day retreat in Korea. And I'll be leaving for that tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what the journey will lead to after Korea, but it's hopeful that by August I'll be attending a 3-month retreat with my teacher from Myanmar, my main teacher, Sayadaw Ashin Otamasara, in Vietnam. Along the way, I hope to be able to share some of my life still, sometimes going live on TikTok, sometimes organizing live meetings, live chats where we can connect, where people can ask questions, where we can meditate together. But it's all open, it's all in the air. Another subject that I wanted to focus on in this update relates to the relationship of lay people, so the relationship of people who are not monks with the monks that they follow or support. In Asia, it kind of goes without saying that everything the monk has, everything the monk eats, comes through generosity. And this is one of the primary ways that people are able to be in relationship with the monk, other than just practicing with them or following their teachings, but actually to practice dana, to practice generosity, and to support the monk. Sometimes that's food, sometimes that's money, sometimes that is housing. But it's a really wonderful relationship that exists over in Asia, and I felt a lot of barriers and difficulties for incorporating that into my relationship with Western people, especially as I'm kind of a wandering monk, a more independent monk. So it's something that's both very important to me, so that I'm able to live in this way, but also something I feel very hesitant to organize and control. But after speaking with my teacher here in Florida, he encouraged me to set up a way for people to donate to me, to support me more regularly and more directly. And so for that purpose, I have set up a Patreon. And this will be the most direct way for people to support me on my journey of monk life moving forward. Those can be expenses for cappuccino, can be expenses for travel, which can be very expensive, for visas, for emergencies, sometimes for Ubers. All kinds of different things come up, and it's very helpful to have your support, the support of the Buddhist community, to be able to continue living in this way and practicing renunciation. So you'll find in the description of this video somewhere a link to the Patreon, and please feel invited and welcomed to donate and to support me in my path. And please know that you are seen and you are remembered and appreciated for doing that. It's now coming up on 5 years as a Buddhist monk, and I certainly never expected to be in this position, the position that I'm in right now. I'm thankful for everyone who has supported me thus far with your presence, with your attention, with your practice. And I hope that in continuing my own journey, I will be able to support you and this community, our community of practice, to a greater and greater degree. Okay? So thank you, my dear friends, for being here for me, and I will do my very best to be here for you. Be well, be happy, be peaceful, be free from suffering.